we're going to be talking about is storytelling. And why do we want to talk about storytelling today? Because, guys, that is really, one of the biggest and most fundamental skills that you need to know that's really overlooked, that people don't talk about it because they talk about, the skill set of, oh, what do you do? Oh, following up. Oh, piquing people's interest. But storytelling is what's really going to get people through the process. It's what's going to allow people to be comfortable. It's what's going to allow people to, allow them to see themselves doing what you're doing as well. So storytelling is one of those things that if you teach to your team and they teach, then it becomes a business of sharing and storytelling, not, selling and trying to push products on people. So, jumping into it, the power of the story, it's a few things that I already mentioned. It shows that you are human. It shows that you're human. It shows that you can be vulnerable. It shows that you can share your vision with people, and it shows that that you want to partner up with them and you want to do it with them as well, because then you guys can create that synergy together. And if you're vulnerable with people, if your story is relatable to them, I don't mean crying every time you share your story, but if you tell them, hey, I've had some hardships. Hey, this has been a character building year, or this has been a character building last couple of years, but the last 6 months I've partnered up with a few individuals that have really changed the trajectory of my life. That person might relate to that because they might be looking for someone. They might be lost where they are, and too many people in today's time create this perfect story, this rags to riches story, or well, maybe not rags to riches story, this like just riches story, how because that kind of story feeds their ego, but people want to know about the struggle, the pain that you've had, the growth, the pain of growth that you've had, because it's going to be inevitable for that person as well. So if you educate their expectations and through your story share that there's going to there was there's peaks and there's valleys, then they'll be more educated through the process as well, that hey, this is probably going to happen to me, and that's pretty cool that now I have a support team to do it with, to grow with, to go to that next height with one of my good friends, with someone that I know, with someone that I like, trust, and respect. Prospects will join you first. They join you first, and then they join, people will join you, and then first they'll join you, and then they'll stay for the community and the product. So they'll stay for the app, they'll stay for our Monday calls, they'll stay for our Saturday trainings, they'll stay for our events that we host, because people love being in a community. But first, they'll join you, they'll join your vision, and they'll join really the vision of what you're creating, because they see themselves locking arms with you and going to that space together as well. People don't like sales, so don't sell them on the facts. This is the truth. The facts tell, but stories sell. Stories are what will help people, and you'll bring them through the sales funnel, and help them, educate them, inspire them, and show them how they can see success in their lives as well. So people don't like sales, so don't sell them. Don't sell them on the numbers. Don't sell them on the compensation plan, because you don't know if a listings compensation plan is the best in the world. Have you looked at every single compensation plan in the world? It's very lucrative and it's very advantageous, but let's show that person how the compensation plan works through launching their business, getting their business started in the first 7 days, 30 days, helping them see success, helping them see their money back right away, and helping them get in the green with 4 customers so their monthly expense isn't an expense anymore. Right? That's how we can show them how the compensation plan works. Educate and inspire them through your vision and through the stories. Okay? They're asking constantly, hey, can I do what Joe's doing right now? If you're very knowledgeable about the products, if you're very knowledgeable about the numbers, if you're if you're just very knowledgeable about the whole ingredient profile of the products, if you're acting like a doctor or salesperson to them, Joe will be like, hey, whoa, I can't do this. They said that I'm just going to share. My job is only to just share my experiences and share my story. And that's really what it comes down to. So the more you know, the less duplicatable you'll be, and the less people will want to come on board with you, because they'll think that they need to know everything as well. So remember, just know the basics, and point people to tools, and point people to your support line. Okay. relate it to them like we talked about, you know, show a little bit of vulnerability, relate it to them, relate your story back to some growing pains that you think they might have or they're experiencing as well. Because if you can relate your story to that individual, then they'll be more inclined to partner up with you and change their lives as well. Remember, a lot of people want change. A lot of people are yearning for, you know, growth and a mastermind, a team of masterminds that are moving towards something special together, except they are afraid to step out of their comfort zone. So what they psychologically are thinking are, hey, do I want to jump out of my comfort zone with this person? So relate it to them. Let them know that, hey, if you're coachable, if you're teachable, the support system that we have will make sure that you crush it in this business. Okay? So the 5 stories that we're going to tell are: first, your story; number 2, your upline or your success story; the economic story. So what's going on today in today's economics, okay? The industry story and the company story, okay? So these are the 5 stories that you need to know, that you need to keep consistently arming yourself with. So for example, jumping on to, you know, our webinar calls, even if you don't have any guests, make sure that you're on the line. Why? Because someone might share something that will be able to add to one of your stories. Okay, make sure that you're coming to live events. Why? Because you're not only going to hear from our team, but you're going to hear from other people in the company stories that you might be able to relate to, that you might add to your arsenal as well. It's consistently sharpening our tools, so that when we can use them, we're comfortable sharing the story. Okay, so first and foremost, your story. What do you want to give? This is what we talked about: where you are, why you started, where you are, and where you're going. Okay, this is the exact same thing: a brief background, the testimony of the experience that you've had so far, and your vision of where you're going. Okay, so you know, an example is, you know, for example, myself, hey, I'm 28 years old. Obviously, you know that I'm 28 years old, Steve. You know, for me, I dedicated my whole life to sports, to soccer, and then I broke my leg my last year of school, and it kind of put me in a whirlwind. I came back to, you know, my hometown. I dropped out of school. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I had no direction, and then I found, you know, this profession of affiliate marketing. It completely changed the trajectory of my life because I found about entrepreneurship. I learned about, you know, all of these different things, and now, you know, partnering up with Elysian in the forefront of, you know, a company that's going to do for health and wellness what Apple has done for the technology space, you know, partnering up with some winners and some champions, it has shifted my life, and that trajectory is going to new heights now. So, you know, I just wanted to share this vision with you because I thought that you could really relate to it. And if you see the same vision that I see, we could be onto something special. Boom. Okay. Hey, what did you like best about what you saw with the information? What spoke to you? Okay. Be relatable, be honest. Don't inflate your numbers. If someone asks you, for example, well, how much money do you make? What you can respond is, what you want to do is forecast. Well, hey, you know what? This is really the foundation building phase of my business right now, but 2017 is going to be an amazing year, and we're going to do, I plan on matching my full-time income, you know, in the first 8 months of the year. And it's going to be an awesome ride. So project where you're going and what you're doing. People don't need to know the dollar amount. They just want to see and feel that you're serious about what you're doing. Okay. Be relatable, be honest. Too many people inflate too many numbers in today's time. Be honest with what you're doing. Be sincere. If you're not making any money, that's okay. You're going to, if you stay on our team calls, if you do the daily method of operations that's in our, you know, training guide, if you do that on a daily basis, reach out to a few people every day, you're bound to see success. Simple as that. Okay. Your upline story, so your success team story, whether you're working with myself, any of the other leaders, know their stories. Why? Because it's easier. It's always easier to leverage off of other success until you have your own, right? So remember, when you're edifying your upline, when you want to bring your upline on the story, your success team or your mentor on the line, you want to focus on their accomplishments and the people that they've helped. You know, that's the reason why, because you want to take the pressure off of yourself, and you want to put it on your upline. You want to put it on the expert. And this is one of the most powerful stories that you should know. You should know this story because, again, if we look at the edification triangle that's in our Fast Start training, the bottom left-hand corner is you. The bottom right-hand corner is your prospect, and the top is the support team. So what between you and your prospect, there's always going to be trust there. And if you edify your upline or mentor who you're working with properly, then there's always going to be the respect factor there. And whereas when there's trust and respect, that equals success every time. Okay, guys? So their accomplishments and the people that they've helped, or the people that they're helping, or how they're helping you, how you've noticed and experienced, with them. For example, hey, you know what? I'm working with this guy right now. His name's Austin. He's 24 years old. He works full time, but he's building this business on the side, and he's already on his way to matching his full time income at his job. And the cool thing is that he's going to show me the exact steps that he took to be able to match his full time income. So then that way, I can work full time on my job and part time on my fortune until my part-time becomes my full-time. So that's why I wanted, for you to chat with him. He's working directly with the chief operating officer, and he's one of the front runners in our team. Let me see if he's available. If you introduce Austin like that, for example, is your prospect going to look at Austin a little bit differently than if you were to say, hey, I have this guy, his name's Austin on the line. He's 24. He's a cool guy. And he's doing awesome things in this business. Let me connect him on the line. Okay. Know a few points that you want to mention about your upline, so that even if it's a three-way call, or if it's not a three-way call yet, when your prospect meets your upline or your support team at an event, they're right away going to be like, whoa, I need to respect this person. I need to respect what they say. And then that's going to help through the process as well, because we want to take the pressure off you and off the newest person, off your newest partner, and put it either on you or put it on one of the leaders in the team. All right, guys? So your upline story. Next is the economic story. So like Jim Rohn says, work full-time on your job and part-time on your fortune, so then your part-time can become your full-time. Okay, so where is our economy today? What's today's reality? Do we know that 90% of North Americans make $30,000 a year or less? Do we know that, the 40-40 plan is an obsolete idea? What is the 40-40 plan? The 40-40-40 plan is working 40 hours for 40 years and retiring on 40% of our income. Understanding that is an obsolete idea in today's time. What our parents could have done or our grandparents could have done, we cannot do in today's time. The economy is too fast-paced. It's changing so quick, so fast, and we are battling what? We are battling technology, and when humans battle technology, they will always lose. So our jobs are depleting, and they're depleting at a very, very fast rate. And people need to understand it's our job to educate them that if they don't have a second stream of income, if they don't have a business that they're building online right now, if they're not, associating themselves with a company that will allow them to make an additional income stream, whether that be $100 a week, whether it be $100 a day, whatever it is, if they don't have some additional income stream coming in, then they're not getting ahead, and their life is going to be very, very stressful. Okay, student loan debts are the number one debt in the States right now. For example, people graduate with $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 worth of debt. And a lot of people, I don't know the exact numbers, but a lot of people aren't even working in the field that they studied in school, that they majored in. So, people need to just be awakened to that, because there's a lot of students right now that have masters that are working, for right around, average or minimum wage or average income. And that just, people need to be open. People need to be made clear of that, right? So some good resources for that are the Business of the 21st Century. You can find that audio. It's by Robert Kiyosaki on YouTube, Business of the 21st Century. And Rich Dad Poor Dad is an awesome book that's written by Robert Kiyosaki as well. It talks about the income quadrant, and it talks about where you are, where you fit, and where you need to be on that quadrant. Okay. And again, you don't need to know a ton, but you just need to know a few things, like the things that I say and the things that I focus on. Inflation, understanding how today's middle class is really non-existent anymore, right? Understanding those types of things, and a great place to learn about that is actually in the next slide as well. So the industry story. what industry are you participating in? Network marketing and in health and wellness as well. Okay, so what kind of trends are happening in network marketing? What's the reality? Why is network marketing the fastest growing profession in the world right now? Okay, why? Because social media allows us to build networks and communities of people without even having to leave our home. Facebook is such a free tool that we all need to utilize and that we are all utilizing, right? And you know, what are today's health realities? That we live in a neck down society. No one focuses on this. No one focuses on this trillion-dollar mechanism that's sitting on top of our neck. And it's a space that's grown by over 200% in the last 12 months. And it's a space, the brain health space is really the next biggest trend, and it's the final frontier of the health and wellness space. So what would you do? How would your day-to-day change if you started feeding your brain the right nutrients that it needed? Okay. Today's health reality, talked a little bit about that. A great resource is The Rise of the Entrepreneur documentary, guys. That's done by Eric Worre. I do have a few extra copies at my home. If you're in Vancouver, let me know, and I will bring you a copy for the next time that I see you. And you can find it online as well, guys. It's 45 minutes. It's an awesome, awesome, awesome documentary that talks about today's reality. It talks about the economy. It talks with a lot of economists as well. And it talks with business owners, not only in network marketing, but all over the place as well, all over the world in all different types of sectors. And then it talks about how network marketing fits into that. So just be educated. So when someone says, is it one of those pyramid things? You know how to combat against that, and usually people that say that are just completely uneducated anyway. So if you can bestow a little bit of open their eyes a little bit, then that's great as well. You've done good to the industry, and here are some numbers that are actually from last year. Okay, so global sales for 2015. If people say, hey, those things don't work, well, now you know. That they do work, right? So look at this. Direct selling companies share a large percentage of their sales with their distributors. Majority of companies go anywhere from 40 to 50%. Over $73 billion in 2015 was paid out back to the distributor. So $200 million a day in commissions to people like you, like me, like any other person on the line with us right now. So it's crazy, guys. $183 billion in sales. The NFL, the music industry, the movie industry, guys, organic food and video gaming came up. Video gaming came up second at $91 billion. Okay, this is the profession of the 21st century, guys. This is where all people are gravitating. People are gravitating here because they need hope, because this is an extremely simplified way for people to make an additional income stream as they're working full-time on their jobs, okay? Again, global direct selling participants, guys, there's over 100 million people that participate in the profession. That's craziness. Over 100 million people that participate in this profession, and there's many, many, many more that will be this year and the following years, guys. Right now, this is the biggest. We're going to get the biggest jumps in really people participating in this profession, people joining Elysian. People are going to find out about Elysian very, very fast, and they're going to find out about it from you, or they're going to find out about it from your neighbor or from one of your friends. But this is a company that people will learn about, and we're going to play a massive role in the numbers just compounding in the coming years as well. And also direct sales, right? So this was the first slide that we talked about, $183 billion in sales in 2015, guys. Over 70,000 of that paid back to affiliates like ourselves. How crazy is that? $200 million a day. We are in a profession that works, and that's on the tipping point of an absolute explosion, my friend. So you are definitely at the right place with the right company, and we're working together towards something special. And the final thing, guys, is the company story, okay? So the company is MSTRMND Alliance. MSTRMND Alliance and Elysian, understanding our story. What's our vision? You know, we are one of the fastest moving teams in the company right now. We're focused, you know, we have people that are participating, that are partnered up with us all over North America. And, you know, we're a team of young, like-minded, driven, motivated individuals that are all working towards something special, that are chasing their goals, chasing their dreams, and using this as a vehicle to do it. Okay, and understanding Elysian's story, you know, that we are the company, that we are the company that's tapping into the next biggest trend in the health space. We are focused around human performance, maximizing human potential. We are, you know, a personal development company. We are a transformational company. You know, we're a we're a transformational company tapping into, you know, the brain health space, guys. We understanding the CEO, understanding the founders, understanding Rod's story, because, you know, a lot of people will come that join you that have, you know, network marketing experience will join you from Amway, because a lot of people start at Amway because it's a massive, massive company. We leverage Rod's story of him being the youngest diamond in Amway at 18 years old. He joined the company at 21. He made his first $1 million. I don't know if he's still the fastest, but he's still definitely one of the fastest, because that's insane numbers, especially with you know, with a company like Amway. CEO, understanding you know, Apollo's story, understanding, you know, his vision of what he wants to create, and understanding that we are going to be a category creator in every single space and sector that we get into and that we touch. Why? Because we are not here to compete in the slightest. We are here to dominate and change the way that this profession is done and the way that health and wellness is run as well. Casting the vision for what is happening in our team. You know, we have one of the fastest growing teams in the company right now, and in the next, you know, 2 years, we're going to impact over 10,000 people. We're going to impact 10,000 minds. We're going to touch the lives of a lot of people, and that is going to catapult us into, you know, helping 50 and then 100,000 the next year after that. We will have, you know, a team of young, like-minded, driven, motivated individuals that are all excelling, that are all moving towards, you know, the life of their dreams, that are retiring their parents, that are, you know, vacationing in some of the most exotic places in the world, we're doing mastermind sessions in some of the most exotic places in the world. Cast that vision for people, understand that they can live life with 6 Saturdays and 1 Sunday as well. Okay, guys? So those are the 5 stories that you need to know. Remember, again, your story, making it relatable, your upline story, showing respect for the person that you're going to be introducing, whether you share that story before you get your sponsor on the line, whether you share that story on your way to an event because you know that your support team is going to be there, understanding the trends in today's economy, okay? Understanding the industry that we're participating in, network marketing or affiliate marketing. This is the new age of affiliate marketing that MSTRMND Alliance is participating in, the new age of affiliate marketing, okay? Understanding a little bit about health and wellness, how everyone's focusing on, you know, the outside. We're focusing on the mind. We're focusing on understanding where the brain goes, the body always follows. We're following that philosophy. Okay. Understanding the company story. So understanding MSTRMND Alliance, knowing our, you know, mission statement, understanding what we stand for, what we're creating, understanding some of the team goals for 2017 and 18, so that you can cast that vision for your friends, for your family, for the people around you that you share this with. Understanding the CEO, understanding the founders, and understanding Elysian's vision for what they want to create. All right, guys, hope that helped. Happy storytelling, guys. Remember, facts tell, but stories always sell. Your story, making it relatable, and then transitioning into other people's story. That's what will create a duplicatable business for you. It's not understanding how much milligrams of ashwagandha are in the mastermind. It's you educating and inspiring the person with your story, your product testimony, and then if yours doesn't relate to them, relating back to one of these other 5 stories that you're going to be consistently working on. Guys, remember, you're going to be bad before you're good, and you're going to be good before you're great. So make sure that you get bad out of the way so that we can, make 2017 the best year of our lives and work towards something very special. Much love, guys.